At number 10, we have Suede Brooks. Here's a photo of Drake, who was 35 at the time, and model Suede Brooks, 21. They were seen on a boat in Saint-Tropez, France, 2022. Now you might ask yourself, she's 21, what's the issue? Well, since we don't have much on that relationship at the moment, notice the trend in the upcoming names. At number 9, we have Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish revealed in an interview that Drake was one of the most famous contacts in her phone, and that she indeed texted him and his personal phone number. At the time, Billie was just 17 years old. Drake was just 33 years old. She just described him as a very nice guy, or maybe even the nicest guy she's ever met.
But like Drake, come on. Drake is like the nicest dude I've ever spoken to. I mean, I've only like texted him, but he's so nice. Like, he does not need to be nice, you know what I mean? He's at a level in his life where he doesn't need to be nice, but he is, you know?
At number 8, we have Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner and Drake were reportedly dating casually after her breakup with Travis Scott in 2019. She was 22 and he was 33 at the time. Kinda makes sense why Travis wanted to hear Kendrick Lamar diss, right? 6 years earlier, Drake performed at Kylie's 16th birthday when he was 27. Kylie shared a photo of Drake kissing her on the cheek. Drake, who was just 28 at the time, posted a photo with Kylie, who was 17, on Instagram during his beef with Tyga. He captioned the photo Kylie Jenner in the cut and featured her in a music video upcoming that year. In an unreleased song that was played during an Instagram live in May 2020, Drake referred to Kylie as a side piece. He claimed that it was a 3-year-old song, which means that Kylie was just 19 and Drake was 30 when he wrote it. Cydney Christine, at number 7. Cydney Christine, who produced the hit record Money in the Grave, said in an interview that Drake had been following her on Instagram for 6 years. At the time of the interview, she was only 22, which means Drake followed her when she was 16. She further explained that Drake followed her because she played basketball in high school and he liked women's high school basketball. Well, if you don't know, Drake dated Amari Bailey's mother and was at high school games when he was in high school around the time of 2021. Although it was a brief relationship, it was one of a very viral relationship that kind of took a turn when he posted a picture of them on a date at a LA stadium. Not just any stadium, the LA Dodgers stadium. I guess it was a leaked picture.
Great.
How did they come about? Okay, so, you know, like I told you, like the past 2 years, I've really been taking producing serious. So 2 years ago, Wise took it serious. The first person and really the only artist I reached out to was Drake. I never met him, like never spoke to him. I don't know why he'd been following me for the past like 6 years. I don't know why, but
I'm sure we all can figure out. We all know why.
yeah, I've never spoken to him, so like, let me just reach out, like send him some beats. And then he was for it. He was like, all right, dope, send me some. Nothing happened. So then fast forward to this past Grammys, I ran into him. He was at the event. I wasn't even gonna go to this event. I'm not even the type to go out. I'm not really like that. So he come up to me. He was like, yo, you still make beats? I was like, yeah, but I was modeling. So I was like, yeah, I kind of do both. Been balancing out, you know, learning. He was like, all right, send me some. I sent him like 10 pack. And then, yeah, like a couple days later, he sent back Money in the Grave. But I didn't think he was gonna come out. Like I thought he was just being nice or whatever, giving me inspiration. And then it came out a couple months later, so.
So I played basketball, right? So he really was a fan of supported one of my teammates at the time. And because
this is when you're in high school?
Yeah, in high school. So he was a fan of women's basketball, high school basketball. I was her teammate, so he followed me because of her. And I was like, oh shit, bitch, you got Drake to follow me? Like, what the hell? Like, that's so crazy.
Oh my God.
He followed me, and I lost it. I'm like, I have to meet Drake. Like, I love Drake. I've always loved Drake, still love Drake.
At number 6, we have Bella Harris. Bella was 18 years old at the time when she shared a photo with 31-year-old Drake while she was backstage at his concert, which sparked an alleged romantic rumor with captions saying, "No place I'd rather be." Drake reportedly shut down an entire restaurant just to have a private dinner for Bella in September of 2018. He met her in 2016 when she was only 16 years old, or some reports might say even earlier. The reason why is that she wished Drake a happy 30th birthday, and he even commented on the post she was literally 16 years old at the time. Her IG caption even said, quote unquote, "Happy birthday, old man," alluding to the clear age gap that they have. At number 5, we have Charlotte D'Alessio and Maddison Beer. In 2018, The Guardian put out an article where it detailed how Charlotte became an Instagram sensation. Her mother explained in the article a story about Drake, who was 31 at the time, FaceTiming Charlotte, 18, and Maddison, 18 at the time. The mother of Charlotte was driving when the two teens got a FaceTime call from Drake himself. As she's driving, she said to herself, "Okay, she's hanging out with Drake. I guess this is for real." Interesting enough, Drake called Maddison Bear, and she was excited, yelling out, "Should I answer?" reacting as a normal teenager who just received a FaceTime call from the biggest male artist in the world. Millie Bobby Brown at number 4. Millie Bobby Brown is the most popular story. It's been talked about for some time now as an inappropriate relationship. While Drake and Millie Bobby Brown first met in a concert in Brisbane, Australia, when she was just 13 years old. She might be the youngest of victims of quote-unquote grooming, as we discovered Drake was, and I quote, a fanboy of Millie Bobby Brown. Photos of their relationship meeting surfaced on social media in November 2017, where it looked kind of like an infamous 11 Stranger Things pose. Millie posted this photo a week after their alleged first encounter of her laughing with a photo credited to Drake. In addition, just 2 months later, the two posed for pictures at the Golden Globe party where Millie Bobby Brown posted a caption about Drake saying, quote, "Blessed to have my security be my +1 at the Netflix party." According to several reports, Drake was just 31 and Millie Bobby Brown, being just the age of 13 at the time, spent the entire night together. Drake was there for his role in producing the hit TV series on Netflix titled Top Boy. The eyewitness stated that Drake and Millie Bobby Brown were, quote, inseparable all night. They were, quote, clearly buddies. Despite the weird pairing on Insider E! Entertainment News said that the two had a lengthy, in-depth conversation by themselves, and many times throughout the night, it was just the two of them talking in the corner. What in the world could a 31-year-old man and a 13-year-old girl be talking about so privately in an awards show party? We'll just let the viewers decide. Drop a comment on what you guys think they were talking about. At the SAG Awards later in the same exact month, Millie was asked about her new relationship or quote-unquote friendship with Drake. In the interview, she stated that and I quote, "Drake is my man," and she shared how exciting it was to meet him. She also stated her and her whole family was in Drake's dressing room, where she just wanted to say hi, and he was like, "Oh my God," quote unquote, having a quote fanboy moment, and she was having a quote fangirl moment. Mind you, Drake has a song in his recent album titled For All the Dogs. There's a song called Effin' the Fans, right? Drake also wished her a happy 14th birthday with a picture tagging Millie Bobby Brown saying, quote, "Big love for L." Millie later posed with Drake's Scorpion merch. Drake sent her just a few months later. She was excited about seeing him on tour again. In her cover story with W Magazine, she goes in more detail about how exactly she met Drake. She says in the interview that she went out to dinner with him after his concert in November and that they text all the time. In September 2018, Millie revealed even more in detail about her friendship with Drake during an interview at the Emmy Awards. She shared that Drake texted her, quote, "I miss you so much," and gives her, quote unquote, boy advice. And she says that he's coming to Atlanta soon and that she's going to see him. Clearly, she had a crush on Drake.
I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely going to go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
You and Drake? That's awesome. That's awesome.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
His advice with boys.
You know, that stays in the text messages.
At number 3, we have Jorja Smith. Jorja Smith, the successful English singer and songwriter who was reportedly first linked together in 2017 after she performed on Drake tour and later was featured on the infamous project called More Life. She was just 19 and he was 30 years old at the time. Reports on the alleged couple dating came around when she was spotted in her hometown and he was spotted in her hometown at the same time. The following year, he released a very notable album titled Scorpion, where there's a song called Jaded, which I'm pretty sure a lot of Drake fans have in their top 10 songs. The song Jaded was full of many details about the relationship. The lyrics sort of described a young girl or woman using him after being left jaded. He even addresses the age gap in the song with lines like, and I quote, "We could have waited. I wasn't rushing, different in ages." And I quote, "You're old enough, but you're still a baby." Interesting, he has no problem, quote unquote, waiting. Very much like most groomers that sit and wait for their prey to be ready. And number 2, we have Hailey Baldwin. Rumors of Drake when he was 29 and Hailey Baldwin when she was just 19 years of age began circulating after they were both being seen being, quote unquote, very affectionate at his Memorial Day party in May 2016 with Hailey's friend Maddison, who was 17 at the time of the recording of the video. Now, some might say, oh okay, 19 is a legal age, what's the problem? How about the fact in an interview with E! Entertainment News, Hailey revealed she was 15, yes, 15 years of age when she met Drake. He was 25 at the time. They were frequently, and I mean frequently, spent a lot of time together when Hailey was underage. So much of good friends that he invited her to his 28th birthday party. While she was only 17, 2 years before they were allegedly, quote unquote, dating, when she was 19, right? They were spotted having dinner together at a restaurant the next day. They reportedly went home together at 2:30 a.m. Yes, 2:30 a.m. Drake was wearing Hailey's H necklace on his way out of the restaurant. He also attended Kendall Jenner's birthday party and captioned on Instagram photo with Ruby Rose, Fondi Dahl, and 18 years old at the time, Hailey, saying, and I quote, "You know, if I could somehow buy a house in, say, I don't know, Jamaica, and then we all ... in 2015, let that sink in." Sickening, right? Very much grooming, creepy, weirdo, predator energy from the #1 male artist in the world at the time. At number 1, we have 17-year-old girl. Number 1, the most insane video on the internet in my opinion. We have a 17-year-old girl at a Drake concert in 2010. Drake goes to rub her body on stage and asks, "You're 17? Why do you look like that? You thick. Look at all of this." Let's just say this is probably the most uncomfortable video I've seen of Drake. It's extremely unsettling as one has to question what song of his deserves this kind of attention and why does he feel the need to touch women on stage like this? Most performers like R&B, sensual performers like Keith Sweat would serenade their fans with a performance. Quite ironic because Drake has a line where he calls himself the light-skinned Keith Sweat. There's also been an update as the alleged girl in the video came out and said that she was picked from Drake's entourage, so it's really nothing to worry about. And there's nothing then and there's nothing now. But that kind of makes me think about the fact that Drake's entourage picks and interviews women before sending them to Drake to have intercourse.
Job was basically just to text girls to invite to Drake's parties.
Oh, sweetie, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, everything I'm about to tell you is 100% true, and this information came to me from one of the crew members on Drake's tour. This was the guy who did all the tech stuff, and he told me that Drake has an employee whose job is to go around town looking for super hot girls. He finds the girls and then he interviews them, and out of all the girls he interviews, he picks the one that he thinks is the best. Then he drives her to Drake's place. Drake has sex with her, and then he drives her home. So basically, Drake has his own private Tinder.